It is a cold rain coming down. It could be a wet and wild one here by the lakeshore as we join you from Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They defer to Brown to start the drive. Dancing away at the 35. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There isn't for guys on defense. They've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force. And if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clear.
Taking it right down Broadway. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. Got him in. It's Brown. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
Brown. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Now it's Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Watson now to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. The Browns sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now it's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So nothing doing there. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Again, it's Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper with career touchdown number 70. And the Browns are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in the... There he goes, Amari Cooper. Down the left sideline. Amari Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And when talking about the league's most dominant defenders, Garrett's name always is one of the first ones to come up, and for good reason. He's the reigning Defensive Player of the Year, and he has his sights set on another big campaign.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Quick slant completes into Njoku. And he's going to be wrangled down quickly after the catch up at the 45-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Watson off play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. To throw is Watson. Throwing for Chubb, complete on the out route. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now a first down throw, Watson. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. That is caught. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Mike Gesicki, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Looking deep here for Chase. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week. And got his man complete. There he goes again. Touchdown, Browns. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, 1 behind the all-time record of 5. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Browns are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion.
That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
After the interception, here's Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Now a 2nd and 10.
What we got? 57.
Throwing again is Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll give this up the middle to Brown.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Third and 3.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Here we go. 180. 11. Stop.
Now Burrow on first down. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From midfield now, Burrow.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
And the Browns are going to have it here just past the 25.
That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
56 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just...
There he goes, Amari Cooper.
Now he's loose again.
Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper, 61 yards.
And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown. David Njoku, 68 yards.
And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Set to return it. Here's Turner.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
And Burrow going to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And they'll get this down to the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They've bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From 10 yards out. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. McPherson on for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created...
Oh, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals 33. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Watson now going to run the option right. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and